Welcome to Face Islam, the program dealing with the subject of dealing with what's Islam in today's real world around us for Muslims everywhere. And today I want to talk about a word called Deen. Oftentimes we see it translated in English as Islam. And that's kind of strange if you think about it. Why would you translate a word in Arabic to another word in Arabic? Yet it does have a tendency to mean that. Deen, Islam. But does it mean that? Also, we've seen it translated as religion. And we've also seen it translated as disbelief. How? Well, in the Quran, Allah tells us, A'udhu billahi min shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. O you who are those covering the truth. We spoke about that in another program. Kafir, to cover the truth. Disbelievers. We don't worship what you worship. You don't worship what we worship. We're not going to worship what you worship. You're not going to worship what we worship. To you, your way. To us, our way. And that is a translation of the word deen. To you, your religion. To me, my religion. No, it's bigger. Because you're telling somebody who doesn't even believe. Some of them are atheists. They don't have a religion, but they still fall in this category. That means a better way to translate it is to say, to you, your way. To me, my way. And all of us have a way, even if we don't have a religion. When we translate it to mean Islam, it's because it's the deen or the way of Islam itself. And Allah uses that expression when He says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and then He tells us in chapter 5 of the Quran, verse number 3, Al-Yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum Islam ad-dina. And here we heard Islam ad-dina put together, the two words together. Allah said, on this day have I perfected for you your way of life, conferred upon you my greatest of favors, selected for you to submit to me in the way of surrender and submission in peace. Deen Islam. Sometimes we hear the word deen used without the word Islam. It still means Islam. Here's one where it's together with Islam. In chapter 3, verse 19, it says, Inna dina indallahi al-Islam. For sure with Allah, the only way, the only deen is surrendered submission to Him. So now we're starting to get the idea the word deen has a pretty big meaning here. And translating it as religion is not totally incorrect, but it's not holistic enough to cover what's being implied. Let me come to another subject. If we look to what was said in the book of Acts of the Apostles in the New Testament, we find that Paul, who used to be Saul, said that he was, before his conversion, he said he used to persecute even to death the people of the way. He called them people of the way. And it was capitalized with a big W in the English language because it was the proper noun. They were known not as Christians, but rather Ahl Deen, people of the way. And that today is still what Muslims consider themselves. We consider ourselves Ahl Deen, people of the way of Islam. And that's how we understand this word deen, to reflect or apply to our faith or religion or ideology. But it doesn't mean it's exclusive, that deen only means Islam, as we just understood. That deen can also mean even disbelief, because a disbeliever has a way of life. Every one of us has a deen, and every one of us makes these choices in our life. So our deen, that's up to us to do whatever we want to do with it. But we will see the results of it on the Day of Judgment. And and I know we want the best that we can get in this life and in the next life. So that means we have to reflect on what our deen is every day. I need to know that I'm doing the best I can with my way, my deen, and I need to help those around me as much as I can as well, because this is not a joke. This is the only life we get. So another way to look at that word deen as your whole entire life. What did you do with your life? What was your deen? That's a question going to be asked to all of us on the Day of Judgment. We have to hope, we have to pray, we have to study, we have to think, and we have to apply the best choices every day in our life. And doing that, that gives us this essence of the word deen, as opposed to, say, religion, but a more holistic and complete understanding. From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, from the time that I'm born to the time that I die, all day long, throughout the day, that is my deen. And I pray that we all remember that and face Islam. La